Hi, this is Karen from White Willow, and today we are making monkey butter. It involves pineapple and bananas, and you can add coconut if you want to. I don't particularly care for coconut. I will drink coconut juice, but I don't like the texture of coconut. So I am omitting the coconut to the monkey butter. So here we go. What I've already prepared here is 5 bananas with no brown spots. These are ripened. 20 ounces of pineapple. I'm including a little of the juice, just a 20-ounce can if you want to. I generally get the big cans because I do a lot with pineapple. I'm going to go ahead and put this in first. We are also going to add 3 cups of sugar and a pinch of salt and 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. So that's the whole recipe. But first I just want to add that I do like to crush the pineapple up first because it doesn't mush down like blueberries do, or raspberries or blackberries. So I'm going to go ahead and make this more pureed with my KitchenAid. Love this thing. It's the best. I don't know where my box is, but I still keep it in the box and put it away in the box when I'm done with it every time. So I take really good care of it because it's more powerful than the other ones that I've used. And yes, this is just a great product. So I just kind of lift it up and lift it down, and it purees the pineapple. So we have this nice and dissolved a little bit more. It's not as chunky. It's almost like a little frappe. It does have some very, very, very small bits in there. I'm going to go ahead and add the 5 ripened bananas. And I'm going to start to cook this on the stove. I went ahead and mashed the bananas down too with my KitchenAid. It's a pretty nice texture. It's kind of thick and maybe applesaucey, a little thicker than applesaucy. So it's the 20 ounces of pineapple, and then it's also, whoop, let me get that on the burner good, 5 ripened bananas with no brown spots. So we're gonna let that start to boil. So while this is coming to a boil, I do put a lid on it because it gets hopping mad and it will sputter and spit all over the place. Over here, I have my water bath started. I do add just a little bit of vinegar, white vinegar, into the water. It makes your jars clear when you get finished with them. They come out of the thing a little cloudy sometimes if you don't use white vinegar. Some people use cream of tartar. I don't. I've always used vinegar, so that's my good standby. So I'm letting this kind of bubble up before I add some pectin to it. I forgot to mention that I was going to do pectin. I am using a different pectin today. I am using this Hoosier Hill Farm fruit pectin powder. I've not used it before. It has really good reviews. So it comes in a little resealable pouch. I'm used to just opening up one little box and getting that, you know, throwing that in so that it's kind of all pre-measured. But yet again, I don't really pay attention to as much how much jam or jelly I have when I'm throwing the pectin in. Generally, rule of thumb for me, not for everybody, is if I'm doing 5 cups, maybe 6, I just use 1 box of pectin. I'd say 5 or below, 1 box of pectin. And then if I use 6 or 8 cups of fruit, then I go with 2 boxes of pectin. So this is smelling really good right now. I don't know why they call it monkey butter and it has pineapple in it. Maybe they eat pineapple, I don't know. We know. I am going to go ahead and add the pectin to it. Remember, you want to set that over there without it popping at me. Sprinkle it in. Again, I haven't used this brand. I've usually used the Sure Gel, but we're going to give this a try. I figure, this is a 1/4 cup, by the way. It calls for 6 tablespoons for about 5 cups. So it's just a little over 6 tablespoons. You want to keep stirring it while the pectin is absorbing into the pineapple and bananas. And it's spitting at me. It's I find that the pineapple really, really, really spits when I'm cooking it to a dangerous point where it could burn me. So just FYI, be careful with your pineapple. And I'm stirring that right-handed and feeling completely awkward. So we'll get this in, we'll bring it to a little bit of a boil again, and then we'll put our sugar in, our lemon juice, and a pinch of salt. Okay, the pectin's in there good. We're gonna dump the sugar in. And get that mixed well. And then we're gonna add the 3 tablespoons lemon juice. I already measured it out, so that's in there as well. And the lemon juice is to add a little flavor, but it also has a little bit of pectin in it. Some people just use lemon juice, but I don't like to flavor everything with lemon juice, so I do not do that. And then we're gonna add the pinch of salt. This is just sea salt, Himalayan salt, pink salt, whatever you wanna do. Just literally don't use table salt. So we're mixing all this together, and we're gonna bring it back up to a heat, and we're gonna allow it to thicken a little bit. This is pretty thick. I kind of let it simmer on a medium heat, stirring it occasionally for about 20 minutes. Now we're gonna put it in some jars. So I filled these jars. I'm just gonna show you how I fill the jar with my funnel. We're gonna go ahead and just make sure. I went ahead and threw my tablespoon in here so I could literally get every last drop out of this pan. It looks like it made 6 half-pint jars, which is a good amount. Since my canner holds a lot more than that, I'm gonna go ahead and just put empty jars around it so that they don't fall over or bump once they get going in the water bath. This is a nice thick texture. I love it. I love the way it turned out with this pectin. So I am just taking a little bit of the white vinegar on a paper towel and then just cleaning off that rim so that they're nice and there's nothing obstructing the seal. These are already clean. I'm just gonna put these jar lids on here. And then we're gonna put the rings on there. These are PUR lids, P-U-R. I tend not to, ouch, these are hot. These are hot jars. I tend not to fingertip tight them too tight. So maybe just a little bit less than fingertip tight. Just because they're a thicker lid than the ball. So I'm gonna show you in a second here. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in here. The water has to be at least 1 inch from the top of the jar lid. I have the 6 jars in here already, and then I have these empty jars that are just space takers. So we are going to put the lid on and bring this to a hard boil. And once it gets to a hard boil, we're gonna time it for 10 minutes, and then the jars will be ready. So we are just gonna finish taking these out of the jar, out of the canner. You wanna hear them ping. That's the canner's delight, is when they hear the jars ping. I'm just leaving the empty jars that were just full of water in the canner. I just, again, use them for spacers. Some people put a lid on them and actually close them up as if there was something in it, but I just leave them empty with no lid, filled with water in the jar. So here is our monkey butter. The pinging is the canner's delight. Several of them have already pinged, and we are ready to let these cool down, and in a day or so we can have some terrific monkey butter on some toast, bread, or even, I always like to use it on angel food cake. So there's several different of my butters that you can use on angel food cake. So thanks for watching White Willow. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video. As always, thank you for watching White Willow.